Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Australian families, it's the 7-seat SUV heavyweight championship of the world! In the blue corner, weighing 2,010 kilograms, is the Mazda, is the CX-9, it's the GT SP grade, it's the carryover champ, the family favourite. And in the red corner, tipping the scales at 2,045 kilograms, but this time it's the new generation Kluger. It's the GXL, and it's a hybrid. Who's gonna win this title fight over 8 rounds, starting with price and features, design, practicality, powertrains, fuel use, ownership costs, safety, and what it's like to drive. Now those are the time codes right there. Feel free to rifle through it. And if you're watching on YouTube, down there are the chapter markers. Again, rifle through it, go for your life. And of course, if you want to read the full review, go to carsguide.com.au and give us a like and subscribe. Now, just to refresh your memories, that is the GXL grade, it's the hybrid, and that is the GT SP grade. It's not a hybrid, it's got a petrol engine. And those are the prices right there. Now, they're both all-wheel drive. If you want, you can get that in front-wheel drive. It's about $4,000 less. And these are the standard features. Coming standard on the Kluger GXL Hybrid are LED headlights, 18-inch alloys, synthetic leather seats, the 8-inch media display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's a proximity key with push-button start, leather steering wheel and a 6-speaker stereo plus 3-zone climate control. There's also roof rails, a power tailgate, sat-nav and heated driver and front passenger seats. The CX-9 GT SP gets a 10.25-inch screen, wireless charging, a Bose 12-speaker stereo, leather seats, power tailgate, heated front and rear seats, and 20-inch black alloy wheels. Okay, so the winner of the price and features round has to go to the Mazda. Look, better features, better value for money. Yes, it does cost a little bit more than that, but if you got that in front-wheel drive in the same grade, it costs about the same amount of money. The Mazda. Oh. Even though the Mazda CX-9's been around for about 5 years now, it still looks more elegant, more beautiful than the Kluger, which pretty much arrived last week. Look at its beak. Look at its profile. I mean, it still looks serious and tough with its moustache and its big face and its bulgy bit down the side there, but not beautiful. Have a look inside the Mazda. Come on, seriously, look at this cabin. It's gorgeous. These seats are leather, that screen is massive, and the action on every single knob and dial is superb. This is outstanding. Now, check out the cabin of the Kluger. What the heck is that? Look at it. The Mazda's cabin is refined and crafted, but the cabin of the Kluger is more like art and craft. Look, that screen, it's been in the Corolla forever. It's tiny, it's 8 inches. But I tell you what I do like, I like these seats. They're broad and they're wide. In fact, this whole cabin is far more spacious than the CX-9's. I feel really squashed in the CX-9's cabin. And the winner for the design round is the Mazda. You are beautiful inside and out. First, the CX-9. I can sit behind my driving position and then behind that in the third row without my knees touching the seat back. That's good because I'm 191 centimeters tall, which is bordering on silly tall. Headroom in the third row of the CX-9 isn't great, and the size of the windows are tiny back there. Well, they're tiny compared to the Kluger's windows, and headroom in the back of the Kluger is much better than the CX-9. And yes, I can also sit in the second and third rows without my knees digging into the seat back. Okay, cabin storage in the Kluger is excellent. You've got this really deep center console bin with a roller door, so it doesn't take up any space when you open it, and it's really, really deep. I love these shelves built into the dashboard. There's all these little nooks and crannies here. You've got 2 cup holders there in the front, another 2 in the fold down armrest in the second row, and 4 in the third row as well. You've got 2 USB ports here, up there, 1, 2, actually you've got 3 USB ports and a 12 volt, and you've also got 2 down there in the second row as well. Excellent stuff. Now, in terms of cabin storage in the CX-9, you have this split opening center console bin that's so deep I can see the center of the earth, or just about. There's a couple of USB ports in there as well. There's 2 cup holders up here. There's also another 2 in the fold down armrest in the second row, along with another couple of USBs. And in the third row are 2 cup holders as well. Now, it doesn't quite have the practicality of the Kluger. It's missing other shelves there and other little nooks and crannies that the Kluger has. Okay, boot sizes. 838 litres, 810 litres. That's with the third row folded flat. Bring up those third rows and the Kluger still has more room. First of all, the Kluger. It's a hybrid, but it's not a plug-in hybrid. Do not try to plug it in. It's not going to work at all. No, it's got a battery in the back and it's recharged through the braking. Yep, regenerative braking. There are actually 3 motors on board. There's 2 motors at the front and 1 motor at the rear, and they work together with a petrol engine. It's a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, and it's got a CVT transmission. Plus, it's all-wheel drive. Now, we've got the Mazda. It doesn't come in a hybrid, no, but there is that. It's a 2.5 litre turbo petrol engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission. And it's all-wheel drive too. The winner for the powertrain round is the Kluger. Mazda says that after a combination of open and urban roads, the CX-9 should be getting 9 litres per 100 kilometres. Does that sound good? Oh, tell you what sounds good. Toyota says the Kluger should be getting 5.6. We tested it, and that's what we got. And the winner for fuel economy is obviously the Kluger. Now, the Mazda CX-9 has the maximum 5-star ANCAP rating, and the Kluger has also just been awarded that 5-star ANCAP rating as well. The Kluger comes with AEB with pedestrian and cyclist detection. It has lane keeping assistance, blind spot warning, and rear cross traffic alert. Now, the CX-9 has all of that as well, but it goes one better. It's actually got reverse AEB too. Another thing you should know is that you cannot put child seats in the very back row of the Kluger. It doesn't have top tether mounts and it doesn't have ISOFIX points back there. The CX-9 does. It's got top tether anchor mounts in the very back row. Both cars do have 2 ISOFIX points in the second row and 3 top tether mounts in the second row. Now, the CX-9 has curtain airbags which cover the occupants in the third row of that SUV. But the Kluger does have curtain airbags, but they don't cover the third row occupants in that SUV. And so the winner for the safety round is the CX-9. Wipe the soiled area with a soft cloth soaked in a mild detergent, approximately 5%, diluted with water. The Mazda CX-9 is covered by a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, and so is the Kluger. When it comes to servicing, you need to service the Mazda CX-9 every 12 months or 10,000 kilometres. Kluger, it's 12 months or 15,000 kilometres. As for the price, Mazda says the CX-9 costs between $350 and $400 a service. The Kluger, it's capped at $250 per visit for 5 years. Wipe off the remaining detergent using a cloth soaked in clean water and wrung out well. And the winner for ownership is the Kluger. Okay, the Mazda CX-9. Now, the Mazda CX-9 has long been the benchmark for 7-seat SUVs in terms of driving, particularly in terms of handling. It's ridiculous that something that's 2 tons and this size handles this way. We took it out on some twisty country roads just yesterday, and it was a hoot. It felt more like a Mazda MX-5 than, you know, a big 7-seat SUV. It was ridiculous at how well this thing handles. The thing is, there's a bit of a trade-off for good handling, and that is, it's not as comfy. Now, the Kluger is so comfy. It's like being in a big bath. This is not. The steering in the CX-9 is sharper and more direct. You turn it, it's like, oh, it happens straight away. The ride is firmer. You can feel the road better. You know, you go over a gum nut. There's a gum nut and you can actually feel it. The 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine in the CX-9 is good. It's loud. The 6-speed automatic is great. It's got paddle shifters, so you can really hook into it if you want. No such thing as hooking into it in the Kluger, but this CX-9 is nowhere near as effortless to drive as the Kluger. All right, I feel like we've been talking about the Kluger behind its back. We should take it for a drive. Let's go. Now, the Kluger has a completely different driving experience to the CX-9. The CX-9 is athletic and dynamic, and the Kluger is kind of the opposite. It's relaxed and comfortable and smooth and composed. It's more floaty than the CX-9's ride. The CX-9 is so sharp and so firm, and not overly firm. It's a lot more athletic and dynamic as a car than this. This is quite happy cruising on a highway or around the suburbs. The steering is just pinky finger light. You know, we can go around here and it's just like, look at that. That is really good. That's very light steering, very accurate steering, great feel to it. Now, the sound insulation is also really good. One of the things that we noticed when we were driving on coarse chip roads was that how soundproof the cabin feels compared to the CX-9. Now, adding to the whole smoothness of the driving experience is the hybrid system. Now, Toyota has completely mastered it. You know, other car makers are still, you know, struggling to work it out, it seems. But no, Toyota's been doing it since, you know, the Prius came out in 1997. And it's a really nice feeling just driving through the traffic, you know, peak hour traffic, and you're not making any sound and you're just gliding through it silently as an electric vehicle. You put your foot down and that petrol engine comes in really seamlessly, like the changeover, and it's just remarkably good. The grunt is also quite good. You've got the electric motors and the petrol engine all working together. And yeah, look, when you look at the actual figures, it's not too far off the V6 version of this Kluger either. Now, the CX-9 is more athletic and more dynamic on the road, but these aren't sports cars. They're going to spend most of the time in supermarket car parks, in the suburbs, in traffic. And personally, I would rather be somewhere that was more comfortable and easy to drive, and that is the Kluger. And the winner of this round is the Kluger. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's 2021, and a 2-ton beast like these that's going to spend most of its time in traffic should be silently sliding through it under electric power, like the Kluger. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Australian families, there can only be one winner of the 7-seat SUV Championship of the world! And today, it's the Toyota, it's the Kluger, it's the GXL Hybrid. Yes, sure, it doesn't have the beauty of the CX-9, nor the value for money, but it's more practical, it's more affordable to maintain, it's more fuel efficient, and it's more comfortable to drive. If you want to read the full review, go to carsguide.com.au, and don't forget to like and subscribe!